Hey there! As promised, I am back today to show you a flip of June and July in my Lister's Got a List book. And I'm sorry you can hear my parakeets. I have been terrible about posting pictures. I've been terrible about adding them to Facebook, so I figured I would just do a video, take you through it all at once. You will have seen some of this for the video that I did for sort of a listing for beginners kind of a thing. But let's go through it. So this is the ZLYC passport size notebook in the red color. Look at that cool effect, that's cool. So this is 2 months worth of lists. There's one book in here, so you can see how fat that is. So I didn't actually stamp July on here, but this does have the 2 months in it. So let's just get right in. This is the prompt, fold-out prompt for June. I don't think I even put in the prompts for July. So favorite things about summer. And again, you'll have seen some of these because I did a flip of the first couple. To accomplish this month, let's see, catch up on YouTube films, I did that. Finish moving and unpacking, we did that. Weeding the front beds. My mom ended up doing that for me because I'm the worst gardener in the history of ever. Reestablish writing habit, I did that too. Woohoo! Alright. Happy memories, my wedding, first library card, snow forts, bikes in the lot. We grew up across the street from a parking lot, so, not to be morbid, but it was the parking lot for a funeral home. So it was kind of small, but we would just ride our bikes and like have all these imaginary places in the lot there, so it was cool. Musicals at my high school and finishing my first novel big time, and every novel I finish is like, oh my gosh, so that's always fun. Movies on my watch list, have I watched any of these yet? Not yet. All right, we'll get to them. Summer song list, I don't keep a summer song list. I had to clean my kitchen this morning and I was listening to a lot of Weird Al. Actually, I was listening to Panic at the Disco radio on Amazon Prime, and then American Idiot rather came on by Green Day, and then I was like, well, I need to hear Canadian Idiot now because I actually know the words to the Weird Al version, so then I've been listening to Weird Al because I'm awesome. Let's see, celebrities I have met or would like to. Neil Gaiman, I did actually meet him, but it was only at a book signing, so it wasn't like actual, you know. Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Emma Stone, Tilda Swinton, and Lisa Eldridge. You know, Lisa's kind of not a movie star, but she's totally a celebrity to me. Let me just close the door, hold on. Birds! Birds! Shush! Evie, come here. Good boy. Okay. Hey! Shh. Hush. Oh, it's an animal menagerie today. Alright, favorite time wasters, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and looking at my washi collection. Yeah. See, the stuff... Hey, dog. Knock it off. The stuff that I spend my time on that's not these things is usually like reading, and I don't think that's a waste of time, so I didn't put it here. Although, yesterday, 2 days ago, I don't know, I was cooking a stir fry, or no, I was cooking hot dogs for lunch in a frying pan, and I'm reading a book, and my husband just comes in and stares at me. I'm like, what? And he goes, you're cooking and you're still reading. I was like, dude, this book is due at the library tomorrow, okay? Even if I wasn't a reading lover, which I am, I have to finish it. Yeah, so please tell me I'm not the only person who stands over my cooking and is reading, because that would make me really lonely. So anyway, moving on, summer bucket list. See a Ghibli movie I haven't seen, I haven't done that yet. Get Matt to donate the clothes he hasn't used. Working on it. Finish unpacking, we did that, pay off credit cards. I am finishing that up this week, so awesome. Dream vacation spots, Block Island is my favorite. I'd love to go to Iceland and Ireland again. Well, not Iceland again, I've never been there. Ireland again, because it's been more than 10 years. And Tokyo, because that was amazing. Favorite smells, my husband. The smoke and leaf smell of autumn, my parents' garage, which is so weird, but you know those childhood smells that just are so comforting? And you just love them, and you can't really necessarily explain why. Like, why would a garage be like, you know, but it's the smell of home. Mom's tomato sauce, libraries, my dog's feet, which, you know, again, please tell me I'm not the only person who smells my dog's feet and thinks they're delicious. And mulled cider, yum, and it's almost the season. Not that I'm rushing, you know, winter, not that I'm rushing fall, because fall means winter, but fall is my favorite season. If I could change the world, people would not impose their personal beliefs as laws for or justification to hurt other people. That's really the only thing. Like, if that's the biggest thing that I would change, is that people would just get on with it and stop trying to hurt other people. Just, you know, that would be the thing. Dream jobs. Online content creator for a fun, witty business. Top businesses would be, let's see, LearnVest, Cards Against Humanity, Birchbox, there are a ton of them, but like, you know, just clean content that's really fun and personable. Like, I work in an industry where everything is very highly regulated and we want to engage people, but at the same time, there are so many things that we can't say because of regulatory requirements, and you know, FINRA gets involved, and it's crazy time. So I would love to work in an industry someday that wasn't something we had to worry about. Professional reader, obviously, because I read all the time. Counselor, or some kind of consultant that just helps people. I mean, my biggest passion in life, aside from writing, is helping people to be the best that they can be. And a lot of times that comes through in terms of creativity, helping people to, it's very wellness oriented, which sounds so like hipster new agey, but it's true. So, you know, I'll own up to it. Writer, obviously. And I've taken some quizzes online, and Chatsky Bell, you know, because we talked about this, but a lot of quizzes online said that I would make a really good undertaker. And I don't really know how to take that, but I am really good, as bad as this sounds, I am really good at funerals, which, by which I mean like helping people through the bereavement process and, oops, dryer's done. And listening and, you know, comforting, like I'm good at that. So I don't know if that's why, but whatever. My addictions, paper, obviously, Korean calendar stickers, as you well know if you've been subscribing, and if you haven't been subscribing and you're new to the channel, welcome. Midori Traveler's Notebook, that's like, especially the covers, like Foxy Dory is ruining my life at the same time that it's making it better. Yeah, I love them. Books, washi tape, Instagram, and my phone, which I'm not happy to be addicted to my phone, but hello, this era. Koji-san, because Daisuke, I love him, and Shokugeki no Soma, because I don't know if you guys have, I don't know if anybody out there is watching Shokugeki no Soma, but if you're not, do yourself the favor. You can watch it on Crunchyroll. It's hilarious. Okay. Things I should do. Finish moving out of the apartment, did that. Get the AC units installed, did that. Plan a solstice celebration, didn't end up having one because I'm a total slacker. Things I should do, want to go to work after 2 weeks of vacation. Yeah, nobody ever wants to go to work. Lose 20+ pounds, I should do that. Start exercising, yeah, I should do that. Never started. Negotiate a higher salary, yeah, I should do that, but I haven't yet. And write more. People I wish I could have lunch with. My deceased grandparents, Neil Gaiman, Pat Rothfuss, Felicia Day, Michelle Phan, Hayao Miyazaki, Nora Jemisin, Erin Morgenstern, Stephanie Puiman-Law, who's an amazing watercolor artist, King Arthur. Why limit it to people who are alive, right? E.B. White, Emmanuel Alt, the editor-in-chief of French Vogue, and Ray Bradbury. Like, dream list. Currently watching, let's see, what was I watching on June 16th? Shokugeki no Soma, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girl in the Dungeon, Say I Love You, which is so cute, and Magi, which I ended up not really loving. We're watching Kill la Kill now, which I tried and didn't like, and now we're watching it for a second, you know, we're trying it a second time and it's hysterical. Listening to Child of Light soundtrack and Game of Thrones discussion. That was really big in June as the series was winding to a close. Eating blueberry coffee cake, which was something my neighbors brought over when we moved in. Peach and ginger tea and chewable vitamins. Yum yum. Things that make me happy. Paper and stationery, the ocean, sunshine, a good book, writing well, Hollywood endings. Vacation, my family, and cake, obviously, because who isn't made happy by cake? My favorite possessions. My library of books, my stationery collection, my favorite jeans, my chalkboard, my grandmother's Anna Lee dolls, and my imagination. Packing essentials. I am a very, very minimalistic packer. When we went to Tokyo last year, we each took one carry-on, and that was it. Well, a carry-on and a personal item, but we had a carry-on suitcase and there was no luggage checked. We checked luggage on the way back because we bought enough stuff to fill 2 more suitcases, but I am a very light traveler. So great jeans, simple tees, a blazer, a dress, a pair of good shoes. For cosmetics, some kind of good BB cream that kind of does everything, a convertible blush, and mascara. Those are the big ones. And then for my brain, my journal, my books, or my Kindle or tablet. And for foreign travel, a credit card that has no foreign transaction fees. I'm a carry-on only traveler, so good times. Favorite names: Gabrielle, Sophia, Ashlyn, Nobuyuki, May, Edward, Alphonse, Anton, Hikaru, Kiyoya, Paul, Audi, Rose, Edmund, Anastasia, Dimitri, Neil, and Mina. Those are some of my favorites. Things I would do if I had more time: write more, exercise more, get a second job for more money so I could travel, more sleep, and learn another language. Happy moments I wish I could relive. I starred in Evita in high school, and being in musical theater was amazing, and being a very big fish in a small pond was amazing. And it's not like that anymore. Watching How to Train Your Dragon for the first time, because that part where where they ride together for the first time and it works, and they're like shearing down these cliffs, and then they pop out and I cried the first time. I was like, no, 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 oh my God. So that was, I love first time movie experiences. Any praise from my grandfather, because I grew up in a family culture where making him proud was like the #1 thing you could do. Discovering Beowulf, because that was amazing, and acing the master's exam, because that felt so good. I have a master's in English, and rather than writing a dissertation, I chose to take the exam, which was a 2-day exam. It was 5 questions, and for each question you had to write like a 5 or 6 page essay in answer. And I got one of them wrong because I misread one of the poems, but the other 4 I totally aced, and I passed the exam on the first try, which apparently when I did that, it was kind of a big deal because a lot of people don't pass it on the first try. And I was like, why? I spent a year studying, and my planning skills really came out that year because I spent that entire year planning out, like, I was like, here are the 10 primary sources, here are the 35 secondary materials that I need to read, here's the schedule. Like, I scheduled out the entire 9 months of study every day prior to taking that exam. So that was a big time commitment, but it was awesome. All the places I have lived, and you'll notice that they're all fictional places. Temerant, which is the world of the Kingslayer Chronicles, the Pat Rothfuss, Name of the Wind and that stuff. Narnia, Middle-earth, Fionavar, the Apparat, Valdemar, Discworld, Earthsea, Essos, Hogwarts, Oz, Tortall, Azeroth, Thra, Fantasia, the 100,000 Kingdoms, and the Old Kingdom of Sabriel, and the Aborson Chronicles. So yeah, I live in fictional worlds because they're awesome. Favorite creative projects: writing books, calligraphy, and journaling. And I really kind of went away from the journal card theme with this page, but I like it. It's neat. Things I have Googled that particular week: pen refills, modes for you, advice from Thumper's father, how likely is a tornado in Connecticut, because they were forecasting one that week, and it was a little bit scary. A couple of other things. Oh, my dream home, the house from Practical Magic. I only have one dream house and that's it. Favorite icons and shapes. These are just some of them, and these are some of my favorite stamps. The letter M is my favorite because it's perfectly symmetrical and gorgeous. Okay. Favorite comfort foods: ice cream, popcorn, mom's tomato sauce and Italian bread, polenta and stew, waffles, grandma's Easter bread, dark chocolate, matcha latte, and ramen, the real stuff. Which, by the way, hold on. Oh man, here we go. Do. So this is a pot of ramen broth, and I've been cooking it, well, I've been creating it since Friday. It is now Sunday, although this will probably post on a Tuesday or something. I'm just saying, I'm filming on a Sunday. I've been cooking it for 2 days and we're eating it tonight, and I'm so excited. It smells really amazing. What I loved about myself as a kid: the unsullied ability to see the magic in everything. I didn't care what people thought about me. I danced to my own drum. I didn't keep people around if they didn't enrich my life. I didn't feel guilty about being like, look, we have nothing in common. And now I have such a hard time doing that. And I was pretty badass with the Easy Bake Oven, I'm just gonna say. What is great about being a pom mom? Oh, puppy. Here, let me show you my baby. Hi, puppy. Say hi to YouTube, buddy. Aw, you're good. Okay. I won't subject him to being filmed because he feels weird about it. Cutest dog on the planet, I'm just saying. You know, you can argue with me, but whatever. Fluff all the time, licks, he always smiles, the cuddles are not crushing. He knows toys by name, he's really smart, he's like really majestic, and he just is so loving all the time. Plus not a lot of shedding, and his little growls are hysterical. Lots and lots of love. Favorite childhood memories of 4th of July. Oh right, okay, so we're in July now. And I didn't stamp the things, I just left these numbers. Crafter boots, fried dough, family gathering, walking to the park. In my hometown, they do, it's not a 4th of July, but it's like it's the 3rd Saturday in July. There's a big celebration, so these are all memories from that. Favorite planner accounts, I'll just let you look at those, and I'm sure that most of you know many of these, so I won't belabor the point, but you can pause and look them up if you don't know them. Books to read this summer: American Gods, I did that. The Earthsea Quartet, I did that. Lappin's Quarterly, haven't gotten there. Plus various research, I did that as well. And then I read, let's see, what else did I read? I read Michael Crichton's Timeline, and then I read the first Iron Druid Chronicle, and now I'm reading a book called Jim Henson and Philosophy, and then after that, I think I'm gonna go to the library. Why I love my country: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Because I'm American and white and female, that makes me like the 2nd most privileged demographic in the entire world, and I feel really embarrassed about talking about why I love my country, because there are a lot of things about America that I am not crazy about, but I do love our quote-unquote freedom, such as it is, but I'm not going to be an asshole about, you know, belaboring that point. Sundays are for nothing. Today is a Sunday. I'm doing nothing. Well, I'm cooking and whatever. How I would describe my style: really easy and casual, jeans and tees, like sometimes classic, sometimes preppy, and I clean up nice, but honestly, I'm so not fashion-y. As long as I have jeans that fit well, I'm good. If calories not a factor, I would eat all the things. I think that's true of everyone. Wishful thinking: they'll make my books into movies. That would be the ultimate goal of my life. Like, that's amazing. Instant 40-pound weight loss. Who doesn't want to do that? Never worrying about money. America would knock it off with all the war. That would be nice. All kids would want to go to school. That would be awesome. And I would have a planner supplies fairy godparent. So if any of you want the job, let me know. Things I have lost. Rather than listing what I've lost, I put the poem One Art by Elizabeth Bishop here. And if you don't know it, I would recommend looking it up. And then I just have a note here that says, in the end, we lose everything, so cherish it all while you can. Because I've lost a lot of things, and many of them I don't remember, but I always loved this poem. Pet peeves: open mouth chewing, parents who ignore their screaming kids in public, bad grammar, punctuation also, corporate jargon, customer service with thick accents, not because I have anything against them personally, but because it's very frustrating to try to make your point clear to somebody who barely speaks your language. Meetings about meetings happens a lot. Lack of common sense, lack of planning, and when people dog-ear books or crease their spines, it just drives me nuts. Prices of recent purchases. Yeah, and July was kind of I tried to be good in July, but August is my no spend, and I'm doing really well so far. The only thing I've spent money on is like joint stuff like groceries and stuff like that. So, favorite YouTube channels: I love all of the BuzzFeed channels. Boogie2998 is like a really cool guy. SM Town is like, I got into that because of Girls' Generation and stuff. Christy Tomlinson, My Life Mitts, Amy Tangerine, The Reset Girl, Cinema Sins. Oh my god, you guys, if you don't know Cinema Sins, just do yourself a favor. Honest Trailers and Game Theory, those are just some really fun channels. Superpowers I wish I had: mind control, flight, and teleportation. And I can tell you that I would teleport into Tokyo, like I would have a portal right into Sunshine City. Reasons why I do or do not procrastinate: I tend not to. Dryer's done, because it's better to just get things done. But if what I have to get done is boring to me, then yes, I will procrastinate. Favorite movie characters: I stuck to live action movies because animated movies are like such a big part of my life that it would just, I would need like a fold out thing this big. Oops, I shook the camera. So Michael Keaton's Batman, Jason Bourne, John Keating from the Dead Poets Society, Edward Bloom from Big Fish, Alex from Heartbreaker, Valentine and Mirror Mask, Dean Corso from The Ninth Gate, Mr. Dark from Something Wicked This Way Comes, Pykia from Whale Rider, Wolverine from X-Men, and Young Einstein, who was Carrot Top, I think. Or no, not Carrot Top. What the hell was his name? I can't even remember. I'll find out and I'll put it below, because Young Einstein was friggin' hysterical. It wasn't Carrot Top, I don't think, but maybe, who knows. Alright, advice I hope my future children will follow. Find what you do and love it, or find what you love, rather, whoops, and do it. Never go to bed without washing your face. That's really important. Don't judge people for their journey they're on. It's not about you. Learn as much as you can and pay attention. Cut people out of your life who aren't good for you. And I don't mean like, you know, be ruthlessly cutting people out of your life. I mean that if you have somebody who's dragging you down, if you have somebody who, you know, is making you uncomfortable to associate with, don't try to salvage that friendship, because there are plenty of people out there who are probably going to jive much better with you, who will return your friendship, who aren't just going to take and take and take. So that's what I mean by that. How technology has changed my life: photos anytime, social media obviously, cloud backups are magical. Writing is so much easier than it used to be. There's no more floppies, like it's just, computers are so much faster. I don't have to do it in like DOS. Anyway. Things I love about my generation: we are one of the last to be tech savvy and still remember a time before home computers, cell phones, and social media. I am a millennial from the first year that millennials were a thing, so I was born in 1982. So although I'm older than many of the people who are considered millennials, I still technically fall into that generation. And I was just talking to my husband yesterday about growing up without technology and what if we had to go back to that, and I'd be okay, I'd be fine, except that I would miss you guys so much. We tend not to be haters, And we can find success despite previous generations' actions, just because our outlook tends to be very different about the world and about our place in it and about what kind of work we should be doing. And the have-dos for my generation are different from the generations before mine. So, you know, that is what it is. Where I love to shop, Mitsu Japanese Market, Daiso. I don't have one around, but I went to one time and it was amazing. Target, the Farmer's Market, Trader Joe's. Dog, chill. And then of course Amazon and eBay, because who doesn't love those places? Oh, there's a dog barking outside. That's why he's so upset. When I retire, I will write and read every day. I will do more crafting. I will travel. I will take advantage of early bird specials. No more alarm clocks. And then work will only be work on stuff I want to do. And, you know, it'll be amazing. If I had a time machine, I would, and this is my TARDIS. If I had a time machine, I would view historical events firsthand, spend more time with my grandparents, tell my younger self to stop being afraid and start doing what I love sooner. So yeah, valuable advice for those of you who are still young. Life lessons I have learned: it's not about me, follow your heart, invest your money, there are never enough stickers, a smile opens many doors, and life is too short to spend it constantly in fear. And a job is a job, not your life, unless you're really lucky. Movies that have made me cry, and this is not all-inclusive, but The Last Unicorn, The Hobbit, the animated one from the 80s. Yeah, lots of tearjerkers there for me, but I tend to cry at the drop of a hat, like any hat, so whatever. My dream craft space has lots of natural light, huge and open, is near the ocean, and has a tea vending machine with the unsweetened lemongrass, the unsweetened jasmine, and the unsweetened rose teas regularly. Current washies, these are some of my favorites. Favorite eye candy, Korean diary stickers and washi collections, and planner accounts on Instagram. And my husband, because let's face it, he's adorable. I didn't list him, but you know, whatever. What I always order at my favorite restaurants. So at Panera, I always get a pick 2 with tomato soup and Caesar salad. And at Sentoka, I always get the shoyu soy sauce ramen. And I just realized that I don't really have favorite restaurants because I do most of the cooking at home, even though I'm not much of a cook. My husband disagrees, but I could do so much better if I was any good at it. What I love to daydream about: making a living from being creative, being a best-selling author, traveling all over the world. What superpowers would I have? A brush pen for lefties, and then, you know, losing weight. Let's not beat that horse. Things I accomplished in July. So this is the last one. I started writing my 3rd novel. I started my own website, and if you want to visit it, it is, thanks dog, www.leelaammartin.com, and I'll link that below. And I've got some information about me, my blog, and synopses of the books, or, you know, teasers of the books that I've written so far. Although none of them are published yet, but I hope to change that soon. I learned how to make laminated dashboards. I learned a little bit of VBA for Excels. I learned how to do a macro, which I never knew how to do, so I felt really proud. And I hit 875 YouTube subscribers, and you guys are amazing. Thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed. And I started making better food choices. It's not perfect yet, but we're getting there. And that's it. That is my entire June and July. So I'm sorry that this video is almost 25 minutes long. I apologize for that. I'm gonna let you go without a big speech. But what I will say is that I hoped you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it. And one thing that you guys can look forward to in the next couple of weeks, recently I helped somebody start planning who has never planned before. So for anybody out there who really wants to get into this whole planning community but is like totally overwhelmed by all the candy accounts out there that are so beautiful and seem so perfect, and you just don't, you're so intimidated that you don't even know how to get started, I'm gonna walk you through how I helped somebody get started who is totally intimidated by all the pretty accounts and did not know where to start. I got her going, and she is feeling so good about it, and I want to share that with you so that if you're in the same position, maybe that will be something that you'll find helpful too. So I will see you soon, and until then, bye-bye.